It changed my life. It changed my life because there's a clean pinfall in Hulk. There's only 5 guys in 30 years that did it, and I'm the only Canadian to ever beat Hulk Hogan. So my notoriety just grew so big, and I had so much heat in the dressing room. So many guys, that wanted to work with Hulk, and had a chance to work with him, but never had a chance to beat him. And then they see this jabroni, Jacques Rougeau, who's beating him. Like, they're saying, like, what's going on here? Like, so that put a lot of heat on me with the boys.
Yeah.
But with the people, like, when I've never stopped in the last 30 years. Every time I do a podcast or a promo, I always mention it. Hey, I'm the only Canadian to beat Hulk Hogan. It was amazing. But, Hulk, we became really close before he died last year. I was at his funeral, actually. And then the years before that, I was going to sing karaoke in Tampa at his bar, and I used to have so much fun with him, and we became close. And he really liked me, and he really liked me because of Raymond and I, what we've brought to the business, the way we're always dress code, we're always on time, working hard, taking his spot at the end of the night, because he had to leave early, and we'd carry the show. And then he really gained a lot of respect for us as workers and stuff. But there's something that added on top of that. When the incident with the Bulldogs happened, and I stood up for myself, that created respect that was so enormous. And Jimmy Hart told me down the line, he says, Jacques, he says, you were up against the world. And and you did what a lot of guys wanted to do and didn't do. And then, so there's a respect that grew there. And I think personally, when I look back at this, and I think, because the Bulldogs would attack just about anybody. They were afraid of nobody. They would rib anybody. And I think that Hulk somewhere was thinking that maybe his turn was coming soon. Even though he was the big man, the Bulldogs were caught up so much in their drugs and their own mind, and they were gone, steroids and this and that Hulk was always afraid at that moment, I guess, that they'd start ribbing him. And when I put an end to that whole thing, that whole era of terror in the dressing room, I think Hulk must have felt relief somewhere. And so he grew that respect. And I think it was told by me by one or two persons that I'm not going to mention any names, but that was one of the reasons why when he came to Montreal, he put me over.